Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Sam from TeamSamuraiX1 here, and today guys, I'm coming at you with a very awesome deck profile. Hey man, what's your name?
Tony.
Tony, how are you doing today, brother?
Pretty good.
And you came up to me, you know, at Regionals, very excited to show me this deck profile. You said you've been playing Gem Knights for quite some time.
Yep.
And what can Gem Knights do?
Well, initially they could FTK, but recently after messing around, I managed to make it extra link as well.
So extra link Gem Knight.
Right.
Okay, awesome. Let's show, and this is a new format ready.
Right.
And obviously, does your deck involve Firewall Dragon?
Unfortunately, yes.
And what is your thoughts about Firewall Dragon not being banned on the ban list?
I am amazed that it has been banned. I think that card, as long as this card is there, someone's going to make more and more loops with that card.
Correct. All right. Anyways, man, without further ado, do I get started with the deck profile?
Yeah. Before I go, I'd like to just point out that this mat is fantastic. Got a 10% off. Check out Sam's website.
Oh man, Tony, you already know, guys. My grand opening shop, get it right now, TSS1.com. Tony got his. Use my coupon code TSX10, right? For 10% off, man. You guys get your Cyber Dragon cloth. This is the cloth playmat, by the way.
So starting off, we have 6 normal monsters. We have 3 Gem Knight Lapis and 3 Gem Knight Garnet. This is the only deck, funny enough, that you can draw Garnet and it's not a brick. Next up, you have the 3 Gem Knight Lazuli and the 3 Gem Knight Obsidian. These are your essential playmakers. These are how you're going to be pretty much making your extra link as well as getting extra monsters on the board. Nice. They're easy to search and they're easy to get around.
Nice.
You then have 2 Crystal Rose. This is, for those who don't know what this card does, it has 2 effects. The first effect is, while it's on the field, you can send 1 Gem Knight from your hand or deck to the graveyard to copy the name of the Gem Knight you sent.
It's pretty broken.
The second effect is, you can, if it's in the graveyard, you can banish a Gem Knight fusion monster from your graveyard to special summon it back to your field. You can only do that once per turn.
So it's a special effect and it's also a foolish variable built in one.
Right, and this is really important because a lot of times you'll be using this as your essential play starter. Next up, we have the Onas. We have the Gem Armadillo. He is your searcher for your one card. You're using it partially more just for a part of the combo, as well as 1 Block Dragon. This card is broken. This is, I think, the reason why this deck can extra link. Nice. It's like a Dragon Ruler, it's a Searcher, it's everything.
Nice.
To support the fusion, you have the 3 Lone Fires and the Predaplant Engine. You're using this to grab your Brilliant Fusions, your Gem Knight Fusions. Heck, if you wanted to, you can play Super Poly as well.
Oh, really?
Like, there are times you can Super Poly with this deck, given that certain Gem Knights actually revolve around type fusions.
Wait, can you add Super Poly using the thing's effect?
You can add Super Poly using the effect. I believe it searches a fusion or a polymerization card.
What does it say?
It searches a polymerization spell card.
Wow!
You can search Super Poly with this.
Nice. Okay, awesome.
And finally, to round it off, we have 3 Rescue Rabbit, because no monsters, you're gonna play it, and 1 Nightmare Corruptor Ibli. This is, I think, every Goku deck you've seen will play this. It's the same idea. You're gonna drop it on your opponent's side of the field. You're gonna make them just have a hard day getting around special summons.
Nice.
For the spells, we then have the 3 Brilliant Fusion.
So is this card the best card in your deck?
Yes, this is the card. One of the 2 cards you're going to need. You're going to need this and any Gem Knight no monster to create an extra link on your opponent's field. It also can lead to an FTK, but who wants to do FTKs? That's not a fun day for people.
That's not. Yo, man, you're good. You're great. Wow, being nice to people. Okay, nice.
I didn't want to do. I mean. It's just not fun. No one likes to deal with an FTK.
Nice.
Next up, we have 3 Gem Knight Fusion. This card is very powerful. Not only does it's a generic fusion card that you fuse from your hand to field summon, but the cool part about this card is that while it's in the graveyard, you can banish any of your Gem Knights in your graveyard to add it back to your hand.
Nice.
And if that sounds really familiar, it's basically the same concept as a Phoenix Blade. You're going to be using this as your discard fodder, your fusion fodder, and you're going to use this to spam as hard as you can.
Nice.
We have 2 Unexpected Die.
Free summons are always good.
Yeah, free summons are always good. In certain situations, if you open a Rescue Rabbit in this, you have the extra link as well. Don't rely on it too much. And finally, we have these are essentially the ways to get around hand traps and all those icky things that will stop your combo. You have the 3 magical Midbreaker Field and the 2 Call of the Grave, Rested Soul, which was at 3. Alright.
Okay, so that's pretty much your spells?
Yep, that's all the spells. I play no traps. If you're playing an extra link deck, you're probably not going to play traps.
Okay, and your deck is obviously built to go first?
It's built to go first. It can go second purely because Gem Knights have the ability to pump out easily over 10k damage going second.
And you can also break boards?
You can break boards really easily with this deck. It's very easy.
Cool.
So then we have the extra deck. For the extra deck, we have the first the fusions. We have the Gem Knight, Lady, Lapis Lazuli. You do play one not for the burn effect. You do play it, however, for the ability to dump any Gem Knight from your deck to the graveyard, and that's important for sending a Lazuli to your graveyard to trigger effects.
Nice.
You have the one Gem Knight, Seraph Knight. Goblin's gone, but Seraph Knight's still here, so extra normal summons still matter.
Yeah, correct. Nice.
You play 2 Gem Knight Zirconia. The reason you play this card is it's because it's a generic fusion for your deck. Every one of your monsters is either rock and a Gem Knight, so essentially when you want to spam free monster on the board, you're going to be making this as easy as you can.
Zirconia.
Next up, we have the 1 Gem Knight Master Diamond.
He's at 1, right?
He's at 1 for obvious reasons. Funny enough, even with it, you can still FTK, but you at 3, this card would be the nuts. And then the 1 Gem Knight Lady Brilliant Diamond. You don't actually need this card in the deck. You do it more because it's a follow-up play after you extra link. If they out the extra link, you can then proceed to burn your opponent the following turn for 55, potentially. And this is how you're going to do it. It's also a great way to combine with the link monster in this deck to reuse every resource in your deck.
Nice.
So that's the fusions. For the link monsters, we have the 1, obviously the Nightmare Engine. We have the Mermaid, the Goblin, the Night...
no Goblin.
Sorry, not the Mermaid, the Cerberus, the Phoenix. And actually, and honestly, that's just all I really use. I could be playing Unicorn. I side it more because extra deck space can be rather tight. You play the 1 Link Kuribo just for the other end of the links. You play the Proxy Dragon because there is no Goblin anymore. You play the Trigate because Trigate. You play the 2 cards that I think every Link deck breaks. Summon Sorceress and Firewall Dragon.
These 2 cards are dynamic duo, right?
Yeah, I'm amazed both cards are still here because one of these cards should have been probably banned by now. Both cards essentially will lead you to your extra link play, as well as it creates just massive advantage. This card can get out monsters that you shouldn't be able to get out from your deck. This card gets back specials any monster from your hand. So that. And finally, rounding it off is the monster I think it's so amazing, but it still falls under the radar. Gem Knight Phantom Quartz.
And that's it.
Yes. So for those again who didn't see this card when the FDK came out, it has 2 effects. It requires first off 2 gem monsters on the field, so you can use Gem Armadillo if it comes down to it. But while it's on the field, when it's summoned, you search for any Gem Knight card. In addition to that, you can fusion summon a Gem Knight fusion monster from your extra deck by shuffling the materials back from the graveyard or the banished zone.
Sick.
It's really strong. It's basically an Isolde. It's an Isolde for the deck that is a little harder to stop because it searches, but it doesn't special from the deck.
All right, awesome. Let's go over the combo.
All right, sure.
All right, Tony, what do you need for the combo, brother?
For the combo, you need to open one of the 2 following things. You either open one of any Gem Knight normal monster. It doesn't have to be Lapis. It could be Garnet. I will start with Garnet for the sake of it.
Any normal monster.
Any Gem Knight normal monster.
Any
Gem Knight normal monster. You could play the other ones if you want to increase consistency, but you have 9 ways to get into both the Brilliant Fusion that you're needing and the Gem Knight normal monster.
And you have 9 ways to get to both?
You have 9 ways to get to both. You have the Unexpected Dies, which specialists on the deck, and you have the Brilliant Fusion, which has the Lone Fires, which get into the Predaplants, which gets into this, or you can open the Predaplants, or you can just open Brilliant Fusion straight up.
Wow. All right, okay, awesome. Let's flip the mat over, and then we'll show the combo for the extra link.
All
right, guys, there you go.
This looks nice. This looks so nice.
Oh, thanks, Tony.
Anyways,
all right, bro,
red.
combo off. Combo your way, man.
Right.
Show us how the combo works.
So, first off, you're going to play the Brilliant Fusion. Okay. And when activating Brilliant Fusion, you're going to summon, in this specific combo, you have 2 different directions, but you're going to be summoning the Seraph Knight by dumping 1 Gem Knight Lapis and 1 Crystal Rose from your deck.
Okay, so you dump those 2 with Brilliant Fusion.
Okay. You're going to summon Seraph Knight to the board.
Nice.
You're going to use the extra normal summon to normal summon the normal monster you have. Garnet. You're going to link these 2 away immediately to summon on Gem Knight Phantom Quartz to this zone specifically. Phantom Quartz will now trigger, grabbing you 1 Gem Knight Fusion. Next up, you're going to activate the Crystal Rose in your graveyard by banishing the Seraph Knight to special summon it back to your field. You're going to activate Crystal Rose's now effect to send 1 Gem Knight from the main deck or your hand to the graveyard to copy its name. You're going to be sending Gem Knight Lazuli to the graveyard. Gem Knight Lazuli's effect is, if it gets sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you add back a normal monster. You're going to be adding back the Lapis. You're now activating the Brilliant Fusion, the Gem Knight Fusion now, fusing the Crystal Rose, treated as Gem Knight Lazuli, and the Gem Knight Lapis, summon out Gem Knight Lady Lapis Lazuli. Lady Lapis Lazuli will now trigger. Her effect allows her to send another Gem Knight from your deck to the graveyard to burn your opponent for 500 for each special monster. So you burn 1,000 right now just for these 2 monsters alone.
Okay.
You're sending a Lazuli to the graveyard, and Lazuli will trigger once again. grabbing you back your Lapis.
And you still have your normal summon, don't you?
Yeah, I still have my normal summon. You are correct. You're then going to activate the Gem Knight Fusion's effect in the graveyard, banishing the Gem Knight Lazuli from your graveyard to add it back to your hand.
So you keep constantly just
getting back those resources. Next up, you're going to activate Phantom Quartz effect, shuffling back the Lazuli, the other Lazuli you sent, and the Seraph Knight back into your deck to summon Gem Knight Master Diamond to your field.
nice.
So now you have 3 monsters on the board. And these two are both rock and earth, so you're going to link these 2 away to summon Sorceress.
Shoot.
Summon Sorceress.
And then she's super broken.
Oh yeah, Summon Sorceress is going to activate targeting your Master Diamond, especially summoning out a card that I mentioned earlier. I don't know where I put it. All right, the Block Dragon.
And so what Block Dragon does is its thing.
Oh yeah. So you're then going to activate Gem Knight Master Diamond's effect, banishing the Lapis Lazuli in the graveyard to copy its effect. And you're going to trigger it now, sending, you know it, Lazuli back to the graveyard to add back your second normal monster.
And that's your hand right now?
So I have 3 cards in hand in addition to the 3 I opened from my opening turn. So let's say just...
No, yeah, it doesn't matter. So let's just do with this. So
Yeah.
these are the cards you added, and all this took was just 2 cards.
2 cards. You're now going to link these 2 away. Summoning Proxy Dragon to the field. Block Dragon has a secondary effect in addition to its inherent effect, where if it's sent to the graveyard, you can search up to 3 rock-type monsters whose total levels equal 8. You're going to be adding 1 Lazuli, 1 Obsidian, and the 1 Gem Armadillo.
So now you have 9 cards in hand.
9 cards in hand. And since you haven't used your actual normal summon this turn, you're going to normal summon the Gem Armadillo and use this effect to search an Obsidian. So now you have 10 cards? Nope, still 9 cards in hand. You're going to link these 2 away.
Firewall.
Firewall time. Now, the next part, you're going to activate the Gem Knight Fusion, fusing an Obsidian and a normal monster to summon out Gem Knight Zirconia. Obsidian is going to trigger since it was sent from your hand to the graveyard to special summon back the Lapis to your field.
Jeez.
You're going to link these 2 away. Summon Cerberus.
Okay.
Firewall now trigger, unimpeded. Summon Garnet to the field.
Jeez.
You're then going to link away this. You're going to activate Firewall Dragon's effect just to avoid getting Ghost Ogre at some point. Adding back the Obsidian, and you have a lot of options here. I choose to put back the Phantom Quartz for later, but you can add back another normal monster.
Doesn't matter.
It leads to like Gumbler plays. You're then going to proceed to now banish your Gem Knight Master Diamond from your graveyard. Add back the Gem Knight Fusion.
Jeez. So you can either Gumbler or U-Link?
You could Gumbler, but I don't think it's optimal because you don't have a way to summon back another monster to take the other 2 cards in your hand.
Oh, like auto stretch.
Yeah. So I don't have that play there, so I'm not gonna go for that one. You're gonna send the Cerberus to the graveyard, summon the Mermaid. Mermaid will now trigger Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2. You're gonna use to pay Mermaid's cost, you can send the Fusion to the graveyard.
The Fusion is just free to come back every time.
Oh yeah. Firewall is going to special summon the other Obsidian. You're now going to summon the Nightmare Corruptor Iblis to the field, and now you have 3 monsters.
Damn.
Link these 3 away, summon Trigate. And then you give your opponent the Iblis, obviously. Here.
Yep, thank you.
Firewall trigger again, now summoning the Obsidian to your board. Now you're going to banish the Cerberus and 2 other rock-type monsters, preferably the Armadillo and let's say another Zuli, to summon back the Block Dragon.
So you keep doing that with Block Dragon? It's not one turn?
It's not. You could summon it back as many times by banishing 3. But you only do it once anyway, so it's not like you can only search once per turn though. So,
Okay.
But you're gonna link these 2 away. Summon Phoenix. Firewall trigger 1 more time. Summon Lazuli. Lazuli is a level 1, so you link that away. And now you have Link Rebo.
Tony!
In addition to the fact that Mermaid draws you 1 more card.
Tony. So this is all 2 cards.
This is all 2 cards. You end up with 4 cards in hand, the 6 on the board. You give your opponent the Iblis. Next turn, if they clear out your board, honestly, what you then would do is you would actually banish 3 more rock-type monsters, summon the Block Dragon back. If they get rid of your board, they're going to blow up the Block Dragon. If Block Dragon dies, you're going to search 3 more rocks.
Now you win next turn.
And then next turn, you're going to summon back the Phantom Quartz to shuffle back all your burn cards, to summon your burn cards again, and use your opponent's monsters to burn them for game.
Damn, Tony. Amazing. Thank you so much for this amazing deck profile. Tony, this deck profile was absolutely amazing. Very well spoken, man. Very well spoken. I really hope you come back on the channel very, very soon. And again, bro, I cannot thank you enough for supporting the channel and getting your playmat. Make sure you get your playmat today in the box below. Anything else you want to say, Tony?
No, this is all I can say. Thank you, Sam, for letting me put this on. Honestly, I don't think I would have had any other outlet but this. Thanks so much.
All right, guys. Peace.
All right, best of luck.
I feel like Usain in the cheetah print. Talk fresh game, I don't need a minute. R.I.P. the game, I need a minute. Okay, let's proceed with it. I'm in the house, got the deed with it. These bozos always sneak this and they taking shots. I'm a king with it. Like, no, this league.